like that.
Level flat. Rhythm.
What's up, my players? Welcome to another awesome episode of Gaming Treble, where we talk about everything video games and nothing else. And we might do a little side banter once in a while. Whatever. It's all good. Listen,
Hilarious
I,
banter
yeah, you're right about that. Listen,
and raucous enthusiasm.
we are gonna be having an awesome time. I am Torrance Hudson, aka the old school player, aka the Iron Heart Xbox, and I'm also known as Hud Zero on the Twitter webs. So, welcome to you guys, man. You know what? Give you guys a pat on the back of the thing. Go give yourself a smile because I am so glad that you guys are showing up. We have an awesome show for you guys. But of course, I want to talk about my awesome panel. My man, the Neon Shogun, to my left, right here. He is the best beer in the business. He is also about the ARPGs and JRPGs. And of course, he is also there to take you to the ring, put you into a chokehold, and make you tap out. Not only that, he's a small brother from another mother. My man, Tony San Miguel.
What's up, players? Happy Sunday. I had a great day. How about you? You know what else? The Neon Shogun is also senpai in the streets and giant in the sheets, ladies.
Woo! Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Watch
You
out
know,
with
I'm teasing. I'm married. But still.
listen. You know what? You can act available, but you can't be available. That's all. That's the way it works.
This guy.
That's how it works, my friend. Woo! Anyway, and of course, I want to talk about my other partner. Wait, hold on a second. He's not here. That's right.
Hmm?
But you know what? He actually got captured by a bunch of gorillas and everything. You know, they're actually probably they're actually grooming him to be a part of the new family. So unfortunately, and I didn't bring the bananas. I didn't bring the bananas. I didn't bring the fruits and everything. I was supposed to bring like something. Just didn't work out. So obviously, so he's not going to be with us. But he's he's trying to do his thing. And you know what? hey,
We'll send Diddy
props to
Kong
him.
to save him.
Oh,
We'll send Diddy
absolutely.
Kong to save him.
Yes,
Yeah, we'll send the
absolutely.
Kongs.
Oh my
All the
gosh.
Kongs.
Yes, of course, all the calls and everything. Because
We got you, Johnny. Diddy Kong's on his way.
don't worry, man. We got you, brother. We got you, brother. That thing. Just make sure that you wash your hands. All right. So, but anyway, but anyway, we're gonna be having an awesome show, and let me tell you something. We are all about it. Shout out to the many who are following us, and also the many who are going to be coming into the show. That thing. We're gonna take a little bit of time to get you guys gathered in.
Smart,
Welcome again,
smart.
Chris. Huh?
Yeah, you see our buddies Daryl and Chris are here.
Of course, of course. We're talking about Daryl, Chris. Thank you again. I think you guys are the loyalists of the loyal, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a few more kind of jumping in. And I'm looking forward to that as well. But first, of course, we gotta give some love to our sponsor, man. W, man, they are all for it and everything in 2026. They actually have a new flavor that they actually just announced. Of course, it's actually based off of the new Fiery saga that's actually on Crunchyroll. It's a white grape. It's a white grape flavor. Ooh, I'm like, I'm gonna get my hands on it, and I'm gonna be getting my hands on it. But as already know, W is an awesome drink. It's an awesome mix, energy drink, all natural flavors, none of that filler stuff. It's made with coffee fruit, which is actually a natural caffeine flavor. That caffeine that gives you that lift and does not give you that drop. And of course, you can actually have a morning, noon, and night. It keeps you going, keeps you running, and great with workouts and everything. I mean, Tony can vouch for that and everything. He uses it for his
Hmm.
workouts, and he can keep on going and going. He's like, damn, this stuff is amazing. I know me personally, I love it for my
I'm like
gut.
Lionel Richie, brother. I could do it all night long.
Woo, absolutely. And Lionel Richie, he knows what he's talking about too. And yeah, and then of course myself and the thing, especially for those all night crunches and the thing, have myself a little bit of that drink, and it keeps me lifted. It has none of those dangerous chemicals. Amazing flavors. They got great shaker cups, all different types. They still have the soul leveling. They still have Chainsaw Man. They said they're going to be having a lot more collaborations too. So look forward to that. Go onto the site that's DUBBY.GG and use our awesome code Treble TR3BLE. Get your 10% off of your purchase and share the awesome joy of W. And also remember, be better. So now
Yes.
let's talk about it. We're actually going to do a little gaming spit because it's important. The industry is actually has its ups and downs. But they just announced that the chips, the processors, are actually going to increase significantly in price.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's going to affect a lot of the products. I believe Asus actually just announced that their ROG Ally um, um, machines, because we're going
Oh,
to be
that's my
going.
brand.
Yeah, we're going to be going. We're going to be going into portables. We're going to talk about that today, but it's relevant. They're going to increase their price. They said they're going to increase their price of their products. Probably an interim because of the cost of the chips. But I'm hoping that it's a temporary, because believe it or not, it's all about the weird economy that we're going through. So let's just hope against hope that they just don't keep it that high and actually drop price again. Um, and hey, you know what? So goes the industry, right? Um,
Yep.
and of course, if you don't know, a very good close friend of the industry, Albert Pinello has actually did pass away recently. He actually lost the battle of cancer. So my condolences to the entire Pinello family, and of course to the wife and of many of their close friends. Um, like I said, he's in a better place. He actually did what he could. He had contributed a lot in the gaming industry, especially the Xbox. And he was actually one of the forefathers of the Xbox brand. Um, I just hope, I just say, listen, you know what? Keep his legacy
Hmm.
alive. Keep on playing your games. Keep on living his dream. Because believe it or not, video games was his thing. And so basically, live his dream through you playing those games. All right, love you guys. Um, yeah, I
Of
wanted to keep
course.
that. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. Were you still continuing on that, or did
Oh
you
no,
go
I'm
on?
done. I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, I'm
I'm
done.
sorry. Check out Chris's question in the chat. What do you think? Honestly, I think it's gonna burst.
Listen. Okay, I'm glad that you mentioned that. You know what?
This is pertinent to what you were talking about.
right. It's very, very important.
Yeah.
Very important. Um, Now, recently, Satya Nadella had a conference not too long ago, and as you could tell, people were calling it microslop because, believe it or not, there a lot of people are considering that AI is slop. It's just sloppy, lazy programming that the industry is going to really dive so deep into that creativity and everything is going to be completely out the window, and people are just going to sit right there and just tap a button and do all the work for them without any no soul, no love in their artwork. Now, okay, I'm on both sides of the fence of this one. I could tell you this right now, and you may agree with me or you may not. Uh, AI is considered a tool. Believe it or not,
Yes.
just at this moment, think about this. 25 years ago, not even that, 30 years ago, PCs. Think about PCs. PCs back then were so niche that not a lot of people actually had them in their homes. Nobody had them in their homes. If you
I did.
had them, you were actually yeah. If you
Yeah.
if you had them, either you worked for a company that actually gave it to you, so that way you're working at home
Hmm.
to your work, or you bought it yourself, which is usually in the upwards of thousands of dollars. And back then, thousands of dollars was a lot of money. The industry people was like use typewriters, to type their stuff. Computers were advanced. You could be able to store information on their computers and have this stuff, and floppy disks and be able to transfer their information to wherever they need to go. It's the same concept, where before with cartoons, hand drawn, cell. You ever heard of it? You ever heard of cell pictures where they use those little cells and there's clear pictures and they actually use and they draw
Yeah.
and they
Old
take
school
the
animation,
right
the way it
old
was
school
done up
animation.
until like maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Disney. Think about Disney. Disney did not have this kind of technology back then, and the animation was flawless. But you know how
Mhm.
long it actually took them to actually even make the film? Years. Not days, not weeks, not months. Years before the next Disney flick came out. Look back. You know,
Yeah.
you talk about Winnie the Pooh, um, Cinderella, what do you call Snow White, all of that.
Pinocchio.
Yeah, Pinocchio. All those films were literally 5 to maybe 6 years apart before they actually got the theatrical release. Now, fast forward to now, they have the technology to be able to have that computerized and digitized and be able to transfer things left and right and center to be able to get the art, get the films to come out more consistently. So now you get it 2 years apart, 1 year apart, maybe three films in a year. See what I'm saying? So yeah. Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The books were a hell of a lot darker back then. Okay. Then Disney Disneyfied them. They Disneyfied a lot
You'll
of
be
those
thankful
dark.
that it is.
Yeah. Yeah, because let me tell you something. It's like talk about you ever heard of grim fairy tales? Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Um, but but seriously, on this point, AI is a tool that actually speeds up the process in a sense. Now, can it be abused? Yes, it can be abused. It's the same thing as trying to add too much sugar into a cake. It ruins the whole entire flavor experience, right? You have to kind of sprinkle it in. Maybe you're on crunch time. You have to kind of get an asset out there. You can use AI as a placeholder, which is exactly what happened with Claire Obscure's, as
Mhm.
right. It's the same thing. It's the same concept. They actually didn't take it out in time. They had to patch it out, but they used it to actually have it. So they have the concept, and it gave you an idea. For instance, you can sit right there and talk to Gronk on X,
Mhm.
Chat GP, same thing. AI, chat, all that stuff, Copilot, all that stuff. You can actually go in there and just sit right there, tap an idea. It will give you a concept. You may not like the concept, but it gives you an idea. Sometimes, trust
It's
me,
usually crap.
yeah, it was very crap. Oh my God, yes, oh no, absolutely, it is,
I've
it
been
is,
playing around with it. Yeah,
it is.
it's usually crap.
It will give you a garbage image, but it will give you a concept, it will give you a thought. Say, oh, you know what? I had never thought about that, and you use that as a marker, saying, okay, you know what? I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, and it kind of speeds up the process in a sense because there are times, and it's happened. It happened to me a lot where you sit there and you're at your freaking computer and you are literally stuck. Like you like writer's block, where you sit right there and you're like, where do I begin? Where do I begin? I mean, you have a thought, you have a your vision was there, and then you lost it at the keyboard. AI kind of gives you kind of like a marker or an anchor in a sense to give you an idea that you can work with. You
I'm trying
know
to understand Chris's question.
what's that?
I think he's saying that's not what it meant. We were talking about prices of electronics, and you were hopeful prices might come down, which that would mean
Okay.
an increase in
Okay.
production.
Now that you actually put it in that context. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I went a complete rant. All right, AI. No, no, no.
It's informative.
But he has a point. AI technology is actually being implemented into chips. I mean, in all chips right now. A lot of companies are starting to do it. Nvidia's doing it. Intel's doing it. Microsoft, what they're doing it too. It's just a thing. This is the thing that I don't understand. I don't like to be forced into using a certain tool
Yeah,
that's probably not going to be used. I like it. I could like to be able, like an app. I like to be able to have it, you know, and say, hey, you know what? Maybe I could use this, and then you have it, right? They are now forcing you kind of like to say, okay, well, this is going to be the norm. So you're going to like it whether you want to or not. I don't like that authoritarian thinking. I
just
don't
like
like,
Apple and Microsoft.
yeah, I just don't like it. And believe
Only
it or
use our
not,
software. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. And Satya Nadella and everything was sitting right there and trying to convince thousands of people who were sitting in the audience, most likely, and probably whoever was watching the address that oh, you shouldn't call it Microsoft and everything, but it's an advanced tool that's actually very useful in the future, and everyone is going to be using. Listen, it's the same thing as people going from 8 track to freaking cassette to freaking CD to DVD, to DVD to Blu-ray, and Blu-ray to digital. It's the same thing. You're not
I see
going to get.
where
Yeah,
I think I see where Chris is going. Like if there's an increase in production, that's going to drop the prices.
I don't think so.
You
I
don't
don't
think
think
so?
so. No, I don't think so. They are not. They won't drop price. They won't drop prices. They will not drop prices, just because the technology is easier. They're not going to do it. It's corporate. Think about this is corporate we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper for them to create, but they still want the profit. So the profit increase happens. They're never going to drop the price of Xbox Series. They're not going to drop the price of any of these consoles. You're not going to see it. Maybe they'll do it for liquidation and thing. Maybe for holidays.
Mm-hmm.
But in the long term, how often has it happened before all this technology happened? They did increases. They didn't do decreases. They did increases.
Yeah.
I have never.
Yeah. You know what? Yes.
It's unprecedented. And
Never
now
seen a
you're going
price
to
drop anywhere. Anywhere.
nowhere
That's right.
during the holidays.
Just walking it back. Yeah.
Yeah, during the holidays. Have you seen any of the consoles drop price? No, zero. No, the prices stayed the same. You didn't see any price drops. You didn't see any discounts. You didn't see none of that stuff. Everybody, yeah, look at it. Yeah, well, I listen.
The
Okay.
more we
The first
talk
he
it
said,
out, the less
yes,
optimistic I get.
yeah. How do you see the prices coming down? Then I thought you were optimistic about that. Well, I am.
Yeah.
I'm very optimistic. But here's the problem: corporations, they want your money. They're afraid. They're afraid. I mean, inside of baseball, they are afraid that they are going to lose in the long run because of how the prices of all the parts and technology is becoming, and harder it is getting these things manufactured. Because remember, after all those tariffs actually happened, the thing I hate getting into politics, but it's true. All these tariffs, all these prices and everything, all these chips that you're getting from other countries that creating them, mass production at a cheaper price, and now they're raising these tariffs and getting these tariffs, and now the prices for shipping these things have increased. It's gonna be like, oh damn, I mean, we were actually spending thousands, now we're spending tens of thousands. How are we gonna get that back?
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna say, oh, they're not gonna go to the next guy and say, you know what? Oh, but we want those customers to love us. No, they don't. They're looking at profit. That's what they want. Profit. They don't want to lose the money. That's the reason why Microsoft is doing what they're doing. They're looking at profit. That's the reason why they're going the digital route with everything. Because they don't want to spend money on the manufacturing of the discs. They don't want to spend the money on manufacturing the whatever. They don't want. They just don't want it. They
You know
want
what,
they
bro?
so
History teaches me that they're not coming down.
no,
I've never
no,
seen anything come down.
no. It's not. He's like, but I thought the latest increases everyone is talking about is because AI data centers are buying up all the RAM for us.
See,
No,
that's what I was thinking too.
yeah, but no, it's not. It's not. The AI data centers that right now is using like the technology. It's expensive. You talking
From,
about you talking
from
about
strictly a
billions?
customer level, I'm talking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
As a
Oh yeah.
customer,
That's
I
a
have
customer.
never seen anything drop.
No,
Not a thing.
no, no.
So the
I
chips
mean,
ain't dropping.
they're
The
not.
prices aren't going to come down, dude.
No, they're not. They're not. I mean, right now, as you can tell, the
I'm
base,
not optimistic. That's what.
yeah, the base price right now of any of these new consoles or whatever is like $400, $500 or above. You're not gonna see anything drop below that unless they're using old technology and old parts, and basically put
Damn.
it out that way. It's just not new technology. You're gonna have to spend the cash. It's just facts, it's sad. No, listen, I'm not for it. I'm just spitting
Yeah, I'm
facts.
definitely not for it, but
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
it's
not optimistic though.
video games are an expensive hobby. Still my hobby, but it's expensive, and so you're gonna have to start scraping up those pennies and everything if you want the bigger, better deal, the bigger, better product. You know, and it's just the way it's got the way it is. And
If they become too expensive, everyone's just gonna go back to
the,
retro playing.
listen,
Anything
But
post 2025, they're gonna stop playing
oh
because
yeah,
they can't
well
afford it.
look, why do you think all these companies right now are trying to get people away from retro? They're trying to get people away from retro. Do you think that doing putting these grades on all the old games and old consoles and stuff like that, putting grades on there and actually increasing the prices, do you think that's like by accident? No, no, it was on purpose for design. Why? Because they don't want you to go retro. They don't want you to stay over there. They want you to come over here. They're like, hey, oh, we got the new stuff. We got the AAA. We got the graphics and the CG, the ray tracing. We got the shadows. We got the this is what you want. This is what you're supposed to go for. Why are you going after the 8-bit stuff? Why are you going after the pixelized stuff? No, come to us. Why do you and also look at Claire Obscure's Expedition 33? You know, yeah, I thought grading was for collectors, but hey, yeah, it's for collectors. But think about it. Only the collectors are willing to fork over the cash, not casuals. Casuals are not going to go out there and spend $400 to $500 on freaking on Radiant Silver Gun, and they're not going to do it.
Yeah, I'm out.
They're not going to
No
do
way.
it. No one's going to be spending that money and their thing on freaking on any of the older. Forget the TurboGrafx Turbo 16 of the portable. That's going for like almost $700. Basically the price of a new console. I mean, no, sorry, not doing it. Can't do it. Can't see myself doing it. I mean, yeah, if you actually take the money, and save it, and you might be able to get it. But how often are you going to be able to do that? Not everybody has the cash, man. I love video games. I do, and basically, I'm so glad that I didn't get rid of half of the stuff that I have. Because if I did, then I'll be regretting it now, and I still regret a lot of stuff that I've actually gotten rid of. Yeah, you're right. See, Chris, see, I get it. He knows. He knows what I'm talking about. You know, but couldn't he just emulate this? Oh yeah, no. Emulation is king.
I was
It-
looking
it-
for I was
it-
looking for
it-
my iPad for a joke.
oh no, go for it, go for it. But you know what though? But seriously,
It's past.
no, but seriously though, emulation. That's the reason why people go emulation. Dude, I love emulation.
Oh yeah.
Big ups to all the emulation and pirates out there. I mean, I'm not 100% for pirates, but right now piracy is
Yar.
starting to be. Hey, listen,
Yar.
listen, because of how expensive this stuff is, people are doing it. You know, I'm not gonna give out no sites or nothing like that, but it's out there. You can be able to get yourself. You don't even have to buy it. You just get yourself. If you have the right programs and all that stuff, um, and then play the games right now.
I'm aboard the Black Flag.
Yes, absolutely. And
Assassin's Creed, buddy.
and listen, it's called preservation of old technology. Preservation. None of the companies and everything are willing to actually go out there and fork over the cash to get the licenses. You know what we do? We get the old technology and use it for our stuff and everything because people out there they're very intelligent, know how to reverse engineer all this great games, and they bring the games to the forefront. That's exactly what they do, and I feel that that's how keep it going. That's how you keep it live. Because I mean, think about this: half of the old games that you played then, right? They said, "Oh, we gave you X Men, yeah, you happy? That's been an arcade game. We played it on Xbox and played it on PlayStation. Woo, yes. Oh, Simpsons. Oh yeah, you played it. You're excited, right? Delisted. Can you get it again? No. Can you get it online? No.
Where
Then
else
what?
can you get it from?
Then where else can you get it from?
Blackbeard.
Nowhere. Exactly.
Blackbeard.
So people freaking emulate it. People, get the reverse engineer it and play it on their PCs, play it on their freaking cell phones. That's it, dude. You know, they were trying to reverse engineer Saturn games, and you know what? Finally, they actually got just about got it. So now you can play Sega Saturn games on freaking old new technology.
Silver
So
lining, there's always something to play. If they price us out, we still got stuff to play, and they
thank
got
you.
no more money to
If
make.
if you
Oh,
are a two
have at it.
player,
Have at it.
put ones in the chat. If you are a two player, two players find a way. Two players find a way. Arcade games, classic games, all that stuff. You find a way. You don't always have to go to the new stuff. The old stuff is always something to play. There's always something to freaking play. Absolutely. So that's the way I feel. Oh, Chris says I'm not a PC guy, so one of you correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't GOG do something about that? No, I love GOG. GOG actually has been doing a fantastic job trying to bring classic games to their service. Problem is that it's slow going because remember they still have to get the licenses. Licenses,
Oh, Dory.
licenses is hey Dorian, what's up, my man? Licenses are expensive. They are expensive. I talked to
Mhm.
one guy. Think about this, and not only that, it's not even expensive, but you need to find out the source because half of those companies have been dissolved decades ago and now they're actually under new ownership. And now you have to find out who the new ownership is, and if that person is still alive. Because if that person died, so does the IP.
I got
And
the
then
GOG website right now, man. You got to check this out.
oh no, no, I've been there.
Ooh,
Man, they got some bangers. If you
yeah, they
if
do.
listen, if you like shmups, GOG is the spot. You will have shooters for days. For
They have everything, dude.
days. They got
Everything. Between
everything.
open world, adventure,
Platformers,
action.
play, you name it. GOG
Yeah.
got it. All you gotta do is small subscription and everything. You fee, you pay. You pay every single month, and you get games for days. And it doesn't even take up that much. Take up that much memory off of your PC. You can use any controller you want. Get yourself a Xbox controller, hook it up, boom, you set.
Now,
PlayStation
we got
PlayStation 4 controller set. Wii controller set. Well, actually not the Wii controller, but you know what I mean. Yeah, go ahead. Hmm.
regarding GOG. Even if that site goes down or they lose all their licenses, there's still other ways to play. You
Yep,
don't even need to download anything on your computer.
yeah, that's true. You can stream it. Some of the stuff you
Yeah,
can stream. Yeah,
yeah. On the PC, that's
and that's related to CD Project Red somehow, right?
I think so. I saw that on the site just now.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm. And CG Project Red and everything, I love that company because they are pretty much they beat they
Yeah, they're the
march.
good guys.
Yeah, they
They're
march
the good guys.
they march to their own drum. They don't deal with this corporate bullshit. They're not for that. No. They
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 do their
are
customers solid, man. That's why I
all
like
the
them.
all the time, all the time. Trust me, they were the ones that were actually skeptical, actually even joining with Xbox and Microsoft at one point. Literally, they were on the fence. Of course, they threw money at them and they said, "Oh, we'll help you fund projects," and that's exactly what happened. Hey, listen, I
I
guarantee
got the
you,
Witcher out of it.
yeah, Cyberpunk would have never existed if Microsoft did not throw a couple of mil at them. I guarantee you,
Ooh,
it would have never happened because Cyberpunk, believe it or not, was decades in the making. Decades,
yes.
not because hey, I heard about let me date you. I knew about Cyberpunk back in the early '90s.
Yeah, I thought I heard about it in high school.
I
You heard
heard,
about it too, then?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk,
So
I heard about it in the early '90s. It was going to be revolutionized PC gaming as we know it. It was going to be a PC game.
that might be
Yeah,
older than some of our. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I heard about it in
yeah,
high school, Chris,
yeah, exactly.
for PC.
Because that's how
Some of
long.
our viewers might be younger than that, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, dude. I'm telling you right
That's
now.
how long Cyberpunk
That picture,
was in
that
production.
picture when they showed that girl and that thing with the things coming out of her arm and she was getting shot at and all that stuff, that was a concept. Yeah, it was a tabletop game. Exactly, it was a
Yeah,
tabletop game. Yeah, so that's the reason why. and then and that they were going to make a PC game, and believe it or not, that actually dates before what was it called? Can you write? Remember that? Remember that saying? It's does your PC run Crisis? Yeah, that's pretty much
And that's
on
fairly
that level.
recent compared.
Yeah,
That's
on
fairly
that.
recent
Yeah,
compared to what
but
we're talking about with
yeah,
Cyberpunk.
exactly. But on that level. On that level though. Great commercials. Yeah, absolutely. Cyberpunk commercials was fantastic. Yes. But yeah, I mean, damn, we actually went on and on about that. But you know what though? It's a good subject, I think. Something I actually wanted
We
to
get to talk with our
touch.
buddies, man.
Yeah,
You
I
actually got to
want.
talk with them.
Yeah, I want. But you know what? I actually want to touch up more, especially on that because it's a good subject. It's a good talk. It's something that I actually want to interact with everybody. And believe it or not, we're going to
Thank
do
you, Chris.
more. Yeah, we're going to do more of that. We're going to do more of that back and forth. We're going to be more. Listen, I love this. Thank you. Okay, the interaction is actually what makes us awesome. Keeps us level. That's what we want. So more of that. Thank you, Chris. You know what? Chris, Dorian, Daryl, all you guys, anybody who comes in there, if you are willing to talk and you want to have that back and forth, I am all for it. All you gotta do, tune in, put a couple of things in the
And
chat and
I
everything,
can't
and
wait till we take calls. When
listen.
we figure
Oh,
that out, we're
that
gonna have fun with this.
that is something I'm working on right there in the background. We're actually going to take a live call, so you can call in. All you gotta do is put it in your minute or two, talk about what it is, and then we're gonna go on and on about it, and that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna love it.
Big plans
Uh,
coming up.
Absolutely. All right, so let's turn up the treble. Let's talk about Ninja Gaiden. No, we're gonna talk about Tiger Games, baby. Tiger Games, the beginning of portable gaming as we know it. Listen, this is the basically back in the time where if you remember the Game and Watch and the thing was a thing. Nintendo was like, pretty much the jack of all trades, master of none at the time.
Mm-hmm.
They actually had card games and stuff like that, pachinko and all that stuff. And they even owned hotels at the time. At the time, way back
Wait,
then.
what?
Yeah,
I knew about the cars, but hotel.
yeah. Cards. They had hotels and also taxi service. But then they actually went into video games. What do you call it? The
Family computer,
computer.
Famicom.
Yeah, Famicom. So that's where the birth of interchangeable cartridges came from. Now remember, the interchangeable cartridges was not birthed in Japan. It was actually birthed in America, right inside of a garage, right here in good old US of A. And we had a wonderful genius and everything that actually came up with the idea. Hey, so why not put the technologies on these, like almost like discs, put in interchangeable cartridges, and then you got the Nintendo thing. But we're talking about Tiger though. Tiger actually was a small little company based off of let's see, I'm trying to get the location of where they were. Okay, here we go.
What, Tiger Electronics?
Oh, Tiger Electronics. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's
You
exactly
want to
what I'm
find out where
talking
they're
about.
from?
Yeah, Tiger. Yeah, they were
They're
actually from. Yeah, they were.
they're an American manufacturer. They're from
Oh,
Illinois.
yeah, yeah. There you go, Illinois, baby.
Yep,
Woo!
Vernon Hills, Illinois.
Yes, sir. Not too far from Chicago, believe it or not. And they started off with this great company, 1978. They actually created these. They cut it. The cheap single game LCD handhelds. And also what's great about the company is that they were based off of hottest licenses. We're talking about like RoboCop, Spider-Man, Terminator, oh, you name it. They actually get it. They do sports cars, cartoons, movies, whatever. They actually were one of the companies that literally put themselves on the map because it was so easy to get these movie licenses actually to put this product out as a toy. It's a toy, basically. That's what it is, And they actually had an audience with these little handhelds. and they were literally the first handheld that became mass produced and became their population kind of blew up. It was cheap. It was easy, interchangeable batteries, obviously Duracells, or Energizer. I think it was Energizer, big thing back then. And then of course the kids are like, "Mommy, look! I say, freaking Barbie LCD. Can I get?" The brands sell, brands do it. So why did they blow up? Basically, it's very simple. Licensing speed. They can actually grab hot IPs fast and release games when the brand was still peaking. Easy to make. They were low cost, about $20 a piece, compared to like $80 for like a Game Boy with cartridges. And this is kind of like before the surge of the Game Boy. The Game Boy was going to be the next big thing, but this is before then, and it's crazy too. And of course, oh yeah, America's tired of you.
Who the hell's this guy?
I don't know. I don't
What a
know.
clown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Neither of us are Mexican, which is even funnier. That's
Exactly.
hilarious. What a
Exactly.
dumbass.
Of
A
course.
dumb fuck. Get the fuck out of the room.
Oh
Faggot.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. But also it's actually perfect for kids aged 5 to 12 who weren't ready for complex console games. It's kind of crazy too. So I mean, so my thing is that they really knew exactly what they were doing. They were the thing. You know, and also it became the default portable game for millions of kids who didn't own a Game Boy. So there's the money right there. So did you actually own a Tiger game, Tony?
Oh man, they were the talk of the town and on the school bus though. My buddies hooked me up, let me play with the Double Dragon one of the Seven's Quest, but that's about all I got to play. There was a bunch of others who wanted to play, but I never got my hands on them.
Interesting, interesting. What do you got? They actually had. I actually had Double
What did you
Dragon.
have? Yeah.
I had
Yep.
I had Double Dragon. I had Double Dragon. I had the baseball. I had the football. The football one was the long one. The one that actually kind of like was like standing like this, and you actually could be able to go up the screen. So it was like tick 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 tick, and you're throwing the football and all that stuff. Pretty wild. Oh yeah. And oh man, I had a hell of a lot of fun there, man. A hell of a lot of fun. And it was like I said, it was cheap. So pop in a couple of AA batteries, and there you have it, man. And I think the Double Dragon one. I mean, I wasn't there a high score? I don't know. Was there a high score like a high score one that was at that I think the highest score on the Double Dragon was like what 3,000 or 9,000 something like that. I think 9,000 was
I
like
don't
the
know.
highest score or something like
The
that.
points, I for some reason, I think it was like scoring hearts in the Nintendo.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh, yes,
What's up,
absolutely.
Chris? I
Yeah.
guess they just heard what I said.
Oh yeah, they did. Oh man, he's funny.
Tell them to come at me. Whatever. Punk ass. Anyway,
Yeah.
go on.
So, but what else? We actually have what do we have? Oh, jeez. Donkey Kong. Well, see, that's Nintendo. Nintendo actually owned those. Donkey Kong was actually owned by Nintendo. Nintendo had no
Oh,
affiliation with
nice.
Tiger at all. They had no affiliation with Tiger at all. I mean, it's a good game too, Dorian. I mean, it really was. Um, what else was there? Gosh. Uh,
Which looks at me.
all right. No, I'm trying to do a little something on the side.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, where was I at? Oh yes. So, yes, double like I mentioned before, the Double Dragon 2, Terminator. They had a Terminator game. Uh, they had what else? Ninja Gaiden. I've seen the background. Very simplistic games. Life bar and all. Crazy man.
I don't know.
Um,
You see what? I maybe Daryl brought up TMNT on Tiger.
yes, TMNT was also
They
yes, that's
had
right. They did.
everything. They had
They
like
had
damn near everything you could think of.
yes, yes. Every single IP you could possibly think of, whether it be movie, cartoon, whatever. Tiger was on it, and they always struck when the iron was hot, which is the reason why they were so relevant, and especially during the Christmas season. During the Christmas season, you go down Toys R Us. You go up at the time. Toys R Us was a big toy store. I wish you guys were around there. X-Men also. That's right. Um, we you went to if you went to Toys R Us when you were growing up, and when I was growing up, toy aisles literally had their own lane. GI Joe, all GI Joe. Go down the
Howard the
aisle,
Duck,
GI Joe.
maybe.
Transformers, all Transformers. You used to see Transformers left and right and center. WWE or WWF at the time, the whole entire, it was just amazing. WCW, all that. Barbie. Oh my God! You want to talk about the Sea of Pink? It was the Sea of Pink. I worked at Toys R Us. I know what I'm talking about. You go down that aisle, everything Barbie. You walk over there, you see the Barbie Dream House. You see Barbie this, that, Barbie that, and all that. It's crazy. And of course, video game aisles right next to the video games where they had like the Genesis and Super Nintendo and all that stuff. They had the Tiger handhelds on the wall, and you get to see all of them. What do you say? Howard the Duck. Was there a Howard the Duck one? I don't know. Was there? I mean, there was a lot of freaking IPs, but I don't think
Bro,
Howard the Duck
when
was there.
I'm pulling up all the like a list of all of them, and I'm scrolling,
Wait,
like scrolling,
yeah, what do you?
scrolling,
Yeah,
scrolling.
what do you got? What do you
Which
got?
one do you want to know? Which one do you want to know
Well,
about
he
them?
said
Just tell me.
he mentioned Howard the Duck. He mentioned
Oh,
Howard the
really? Hold
Duck.
on.
I don't think Howard the Duck was actually there.
No, no Howard the Duck.
No, no Howard the Duck. Spider Man was on there. Spider Man had the red buttons. Yes, I remember that. Yes, indeed. I love Spider Man. What was another one?
Ah, there was an incredible Crash Dummies one.
Crash Dummies. Oh, jeez. That's right. They had Crash Dummies, dude. Dude, they even had racing games. They had racing games. Little Mermaid. Yes,
Oh
Disney
yeah,
IPs. Disney IPs were big too. But let me tell you something.
I
Tiger.
saw them in ShopRite, dude.
Shop. You had a. They was.
When you're
They
waiting
were.
in line,
Oh, that's
they were on
right.
the
They did
side.
have a Shop Right.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. Shoprite. Bloomingdale's had them. Who else? Who else had them? Oh my
Wow,
gosh.
Bloomingdale's.
Yeah, Bloomingdale's.
Yeah,
Uh,
CVS, Radio Shack.
CVS. I remember when Alexander's was around. If they had Alexander's, they actually had a little small toy section, and the Tiger games were there. Was it Woolworth? Who remembers Woolworth? No, no, I don't know if any of you guys
I
remember.
do. That's
I
you're
I
getting
remember
really
Woolworth.
local. You're getting
Yeah.
local.
Oh hell yeah. Woolworth. What was another one? It was Woolworth. There was Alexander's, Woolworth. My goodness. What was that? Kmart. Kmart was big with that. Before Kmart, there was Caldors. Remember Caldors? Caldors actually had like a little had a freaking had a tiger section right there. It was like freaking huge. I loved it.
I can't believe you mentioned Caldor. Wow, you're the only other person I know that remembers that place.
Listen, you are talking to
I
the
keep forgetting we're the same age, dude.
yeah man, come on. Listen, I've been around. We were around when Blockbuster was hot. We were around when like all these amazing places were the places to go. Bowling alleys had arcade machines. Pizzerias had arcade freaking machines. Dude, come on. We had billiards. We went to freaking billiards and everything. They had arcade machines inside there. Any place that had a freaking arcade machine, your man. the Ironheart of Xbox, Mister, old school player himself, wouldn't go into there and actually be playing. You know, I think I think yeah. Oh,
Yo, did they? Daryl said you can rent games at Woolworths.
yes, you could. Yes, you
Yeah,
could. Yes, you could.
I used
Yep.
to just go to Blockbuster
Well,
or
but
the
so
local or the mom and
well,
pop video
well,
video
well,
shop.
well,
Remember
Blockbuster.
those now?
Well, yeah, oh God, Blockbuster actually at one time was allowed you to rent a console at one
Yeah,
time.
yeah, they did.
Yeah,
$100 down. You had to pay like $100 and
$100
rent a
down
console.
payment, and
Yeah,
you had to give them their license or the driver's license, something like that.
yeah,
Some
yeah.
weird thing, and you won't get it back until you bring the console. I was like, I'm not giving them my freaking ID. Are you kidding me? Nah, bro. Especially not this day and age. Absolutely not. Oh man, Daryl, yeah, Daryl remembers Wars. He loves War. Come on, listen. Remember when the Super Nintendo first actually got announced? I saw it at Woolworths when it first got announced. And this is before I actually went to the Galleria Mall, which is actually not what's now no longer exists. Rest in peace, Galleria. Um, they actually had a software, etc. And Software Etc. actually had a Super Nintendo demo station and a Genesis demo station and all that stuff. And they actually saw PC games too. They had PC demos and all that stuff. Woolworth was like a few blocks up, and they actually had a fully fledged, yeah, Dorian, you know the love, man. They actually had a fully fledged Super Nintendo setup, and I remember the setup like it was yesterday. They had Super Mario World playing. And you want to talk about my eyes literally like lit up like freaking Broadway when I saw the graphics and the gameplay on freaking Super Mario World, bro. I said no. It, I, colors, sound effects, Mode 7, which I guess became a thing. Mode 7 with things with scale like this and all that stuff. Oh my, come on, man. That that was a jam. I can talk about it all day. We'll probably do an episode that day talking about that too. So,
Yeah, they're real
but
local, Chris. Chris has never seen a Woolworths. I think they're
yeah,
pretty local with that one.
no, no. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think that was nationwide.
no, no, it wasn't nationwide. It was more like
That was New York
select.
Tri-State.
Yeah, pretty much,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, yeah. If you're a New Yorker, you know about Woolworths. Absolutely, yes.
Shout to the 1-6 suit, Shaolin. Woo!
Woo! Absolutely. So, but anyway, let's get back into the let's go to why is such a big impact? Why is this such a big impact when it comes to the uh, the world of handheld gaming? They the thing was even though the games were very primitive and they were simplistic. They had little LCD characters and everything with very limited movement, and they had that weird ticking noise, tick 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 kind of noises.
Dory knows what's up.
Yep, he
Wu
knows.
Tang.
Yes, Wu Tang, Wu Tang. So,
Sorry.
yeah, no, let's come on.
Interacting with our boys, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Wu Tang fans is nothing to fuck with. Okay, anyway, yeah, yeah. So anyway, they actually made portable gaming mass market. They really did. Tiger, Tiger Electronics, literally made handheld gaming a thing. Without Tiger, it would have never probably would have never had that much reach. Game Boy probably would not exist. Maybe they actually probably
Mm.
thought about it, right? They probably thought it was niche, whatever it was. Tiger Electronics laid the groundwork for portable gaming. And I'll tell you, yeah. Oh, I'll never be sorry. Of course not. But the thing is though, I really feel like people don't understand that how impactful Tiger games really were. I'm not going to mention any names. They actually had an episode dealing with Tiger and stuff like that, and they saw how primitive it was. but you don't understand how impactful it was. So let me try to explain it to you in layman's terms. I don't want to bore anybody. But Tiger made portable gaming mass market. You didn't need a console. You didn't need cartridges. You didn't need money. You didn't really did. It was cheap. You could go to the store and everything, go do a couple of lawns, take out trash for little Granny May down the street, right? And get $20. Go to your local store or whatever it is and buy yourself a freaking Tiger game. That's how easy it actually was.
Pretty much.
You know, you don't have to buy a console with the extra ends to buy yourself more cartridges and stuff. None of that stuff. All you needed was $20, and you got yourself instant gaming bliss right there. How easy was that? This created the first generation of casual portable gamers, or sorry, players. I don't know why I keep on saying that the word is banned. Um,
Push-ups. I gotta
absolutely,
say something though.
yeah,
Speaking on the Tiger, did
yeah.
you actually look at the graphics of these games? They actually weren't bad.
No, they weren't. No, they were LCD. They
Yeah,
were
I'm looking
like
up at the screen right now. They were not bad at all. I mean, primitive, yeah, but
when you first turn on first turn on the console, it actually does like what you call a flash test. It does a flash and it shows all of the possible movements or whatever images that are actually in the game itself, and you see how complex it is. These are well thought out games and how they actually move. So it's awesome. It's fantastic. I love how they did that. They literally took the idea of a digital watch. Basically, they took the idea of a digital watch. You remember those little digital watches that you used to have
yeah,
as a kid,
yeah.
right? They took the idea of a digital watch and created something more out of it. A game. A fully fledged game with points and everything like that. And it's cool because it's a pick up and play, and that's how awesome it is. So that's the reason why this. That's the reason why it's such an amazing kit, you know. And I applaud whoever over at Tiger Electronics, you know, and they built this empire of portable gaming, and they made bank. They spent very little, and they made so much. It's crazy. It's
Mhm.
crazy. You know, I don't want to get too much into the cost and everything, but I'll probably talk about that in a little bit. Woo! You should see this. You should see how much profit they actually made off of it. Very little money, and they made bank. This created the first generation of casual portable players, and also kids who actually are short bursts. Like basically, they made the first casual player market, the pick up and play model, so to speak. You pick up, you have it inside your hand, you pull it out of your pocket. You're on a bus ride, maybe a bus ride to school. You want to play a little bit. Oops! Oh, I'm at school. Click, turn it off. Put it inside your book bag. Off to class. That's the thing. Or they go into grandma's and everything. It's a long trip. There you go. That's how awesome it is. And the parents weren't very cautious. They weren't conscious about it. It was a impulse buy. It's an impulse buy, which is actually crazy. You just little Johnny been a good boy at school. Instead of buying himself a whole bag of chocolate bars and everything to get the kid fat and everything, he get himself a freaking Tiger Woods golf game or something, you know. And that's exactly what happens, or baseball, whatever it is. Simple impulse buy. It's awesome. Oh, I got to split later, guys. All right, thanks, Chris, man. Thank you for joining us, man. Like I said, you're always welcome. And I hope to see you again. And trust me, we got some more stuff in the chamber too and everything. So look forward to that, brother. So anyway, they actually defined bite-sized gameplay, which is pretty cool. think about this. When we actually playing, like when you play Game Boy games and stuff like that, you have to
Mhm.
have a little big case. I remember the little case. Remember the case that you had to have all your cartridges were in there. You know, you have to
Hmm.
kind of like
Hmm.
dig through them. You
It was like a
know,
fanny pack, the size of a
yeah,
fanny pack. It
that's
was
right, the
huge.
fanny pack. Remember the fanny pack? You know,
Yeah.
you put it around your waist and everything. You had the Game Boy in there, and you had your freaking power, batteries in there, and you had like a whole bunch of games that you actually, dude. I must have like 12 games or something like that. I had what do you call it? Alleyway, freaking Super Mario Land. What was another other game I had?
I'm gonna bring
Uh,
the fanny pack back.
no, they have to. No,
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back. You know how convenient that was, especially when you were a wrestler. I had to, that's where he kept all his stuff.
fanny packs need to come back. Fanny packs, fanny.
Bring them back.
Listen, no, you can even change the name if you want to, but you know what? Fanny packs need to come back. Fanny packs were so convenient. I remember having a fanny pack. I had my change in it. I had whatever I needed in it, and you used to put it up.
I could keep my phone in it,
Keep your phone in it.
and
Yeah.
it'll leave
Instead
my
of putting
pockets free.
instead of putting it on the side and everything where it can easily get lost if you bump into something, or you just put it
Yeah,
inside your fanny pack and it's secure and it's there.
done. You're done. See,
Yeah.
Dorian's laughing, but you're sold on it too, bro.
Dude, they had a lot of designs for fanny packs too. They had everything. They had the
I bet
Nintendo
you they're still making. I'm gonna fire one.
ones. No, they're on there.
You
You
get
can
me a
go.
fanny pack in my Adidas tracksuit, and I'm good.
Yes, absolutely. What is that? Just as a friend of mine, if he played a Tiger game, he remembers having Ninja Fighter. Currently trying to get him to watch this broad. Oh, cool! Thanks. Hey, let's please. The
Ninja
more the
Fighter,
merrier. I hope so. Yeah,
nice.
that'd be great. Ninja Fighter. Yes,
You ever
absolutely.
hear of it?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, but here's the thing. They actually the Tiger handhelds were built around five simple things: quick sessions, simple goals, instant feedback, no saves, no menus. You just turn it on and play. That's it. You turn it on and play. Easy. And the worst thing to happen is if your battery runs out. But then again, you can always ask your mother for mom and dad, and I think for more batteries. Boom, problem solved. And batteries at that time was like $2.99. For $2.99, you get yourself like 4 Duracells and everything, or Energizer, or whatever it is. And there you
Save
go.
two of them for your beeper that you're keeping in your fanny pack too.
Yes, and
Now just put that up
yeah,
there.
remember the beeper? Oh, he remembers the beeper. Oh shoot, I remember the beeper. Yes, I had a beeper and everything. No, I was not a drug
I
dealer.
still have mine somewhere.
Yeah, I listen. They associated beepers with drug dealers, and
Doctors and drug dealers.
and
No one
drug
else.
doctors and drug dealers. Yes,
No one
exactly.
else.
And I was saying to myself, God, man, that they really gave it a bad rep, man. That
Hmm.
sucks. That really sucks because it was convenient. It was awesome, especially if you had a phone call and they call your beeper and you could actually put 911 right next to it. It means it's an emergency. That's what they usually do. They usually say,
Hmm.
oh, put the phone number and then you say emergency 911, and then you go over to the nearest payphone. Yes, that's right. We had payphones back then. Pop in a couple of coins and everything to call and say, hey, okay, what's going on? You know, it was convenient and also expensive at the same time. Actually, it was, believe it or not, it was actually cheaper than cell phones at the time. It was. It really was. You
Yeah, by
know.
far, man.
Yeah.
Beeper's what, $100
A
at the
hundred
top?
bucks. A
At the
hundred
top?
bucks. Yeah, at the top. At the
It's like
top.
what, 300 now? Cell phone's
Yeah.
what, 2 grand a piece now?
Yep. Made by
Yeah.
Motorola. Motorola was actually one of the ones that actually created the beeper. Yes, right. Yeah, if you ever remember that. And there's one other company that actually did it. I think it was Nextel, something like that. I think it was that actually did the their beepers as well. I had the Motorola one. It was a smaller one. And it was convenient. Sometimes you don't feel the vibration because it vibrates and also does beep, 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 beep. So, um, let's see. Oh damn! How did we get into that? From that, we went from A to B to D.
With the fanny packs through his
The
phone.
fanny
But
pack. It
that,
must have been.
that you could argue you could keep your Tiger handheld in there.
Oh, absolutely,
So
absolutely.
there.
Yeah, but boom. Yes, exactly. Um, Now, this design, but basically, I think I mentioned before the thing about the handhelds. Um, they actually proved that licensed games sell. Okay, now I got to put this point out because Nintendo would have never done licensed games if Tiger did not do it first.
Wait,
But
what?
nope, that's right. Licensed games would have never been done if Tiger didn't do it first. Tiger handhelds were early proof that brand recognition drives portable sales. That
I
logic,
see where you go. Okay.
yeah, that logic later powered Game Boy licensed games, Game Boy Advance tie-ins, mobile App Store IP dominance, and modern nostalgia reboots.
Yeah, see, it's my fault. See?
Mm,
Dorian. I brought it back,
mm.
though. We're back on target.
We're back. We're back on topic. We're
Thanks
back
for
on
putting
topic.
us back on track.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So all those licenses that you actually liked, what it would not really have been that much of a thing, especially for Game Boy games, because Game Boy didn't want to take any risks that they're doing any IPs like that. They didn't want to do that. Nintendo were very finicky when it came to that because Nintendo had a larger audience. Just because they had a larger audience, games like
Mhm.
Goonies, and Gremlins and all that stuff. Listen, they didn't really go all in with that stuff because they were the licenses were expensive. They
Mhm.
were. And also, think about this: they has to be relevant to the movie release and also the television show is actually related to. If it's not relevant, let's just say they actually missed that nice little window where where the show was at its peak, where it's very popular, and the game comes out 5 months after the peak. You missed it. You lost it. We lost your fan base. You might get a small, crowd that says, "Oh yeah, look." No. Then after that, you're not gonna be getting that money back, and that's the risk. Um, and also they actually trained a generation to expect gaming everywhere. See, now let's now this is relevant for today's standard. You notice that portable gaming really has made a huge comeback now.
Mhm.
It
Yeah, it
kind of
has.
it kind of died off a little bit, especially with the PSP and the PlayStation Vita and all that stuff, right? Game Boy Advance and everything still had its thing. Then you had the DS with the dual screen, and then you had the 3DS and stuff like that, you know. But then it started kind of dying down a little bit. There's a resurgence. There's a big resurgence happening now. Now that technology and graphics and all that stuff is kind of merging, and you getting portable PC gaming now, it's making a huge comeback, and it's big. It's it's really really big. People are now buying those expensive handheld rigs because they're almost like plug and play. Almost, I say almost because Steam Deck has a nice little learning curve and everything. But once you get it all up and running, it runs beautifully. I actually saw it. One of my coworkers actually had it. Pretty awesome. Um, and once you get the past that, you actually have PC gaming in your hand. Imagine playing a fully fledged game of freaking I don't know. Let's pick one out the boat. Uh, Fallout 4.
Wow.
Fallout 4,
Mhm.
full fidelity and all that stuff, and all the bells and whistles in the palm of your freaking hand, dude. Come on,
You can.
come on. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I mean, but see, like I said, for now, everything has a beginning, and the beginning was this. These are the pioneers. These are the ones who actually set the groundwork for all this great stuff. They actually they trained you. They trained you then. Tiger handhelds were normalized for the idea that gaming wasn't tied to a TV. You can play anywhere in the car, at school, in the grocery store. in bed, on the toilet, basically anywhere, you know? And if you're careful, you can do it in your bath time, you know? Although you actually had heard some, terrible stories and everything, and somebody dropping their freaking console inside the bathtub and everything, the whole thing was shot. Yeah, there goes $100. Whoops. But hey, but it's true, you know. And also they actually influenced. Doris guilty.
Oh, you
Ah, you
must have got
did.
heated, dude.
Oh,
Really?
bro.
Oh, that's
Oh,
terrible.
I know. You must have been livid. Ah, man. Can you imagine that though? You're playing, you're actually in the groove and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden, whoop! Oh, thank God!
I have to say, I
Yeah!
am so glad cell
And
phones
then
are
you
waterproof.
and then you go over there
I
and
can
you
relate.
quickly go grab the towel and you try to pat the thing down and shake it up and stuff like that and hope that it didn't get into it. And the screen always starts to do his kind of thing, and then the thing blinks out on you. Oh, dude, I know. Ooh, that sinking feeling. Oh my gosh. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks, dude. That seriously sucks. Wow. Ah, man. But anyway, but that the cultural shift paved the way for Game Boy's dominance. It did pave the way. PSP, DS culture, smartphones, dude. Smartphones. Smartphones are gotten to the point is that I pulled on the tub edge, aching, aching for
Reaching for
reaching for a
you put it
towel.
on the tub edge to reach for a towel,
Oh,
and it
damn.
fell the wrong
Oh,
way.
that sucks, bro. That seriously sucks. But anyway, check this out. Cell phones, smartphones. Why do you think they actually have these little attachments that actually that you can get and you attach it to the phones and you can be able to play it like a or better yet, you can even link your cart your your controllers to the smartphone, via Bluetooth. Now they have Bluetooth technology. You can be able to play these games on the go, dude. The the world is endless. Playing games anywhere. Holy cow! It's crazy how far we've come when it comes to this technology, man. So, but they also did one more thing. They actually did influence hardware philosophy because Tiger Electronics, they actually had constraints. Number one, big sprites. The sprites were fixed. That means they didn't really do much. It wasn't pixels. It was like little,
They
with
were like,
the limbs. The limbs actually only had to do
yeah,
like two
yeah.
things.
Sometimes
Um,
it disappeared if your
Yep.
battery was dying.
Yeah. Or it fades. It fades in the middle of something like that, so you
Yeah,
can barely see it, and there's almost like a
it looks
shadow
like
on
the end of
itself.
the Avengers. I'm not feeling so well,
Yes.
Mr. Stark.
Wow. Yes. Oh, the final snap. The final snap. Uh, minimal buttons. So you just only had like two buttons: jump and punch or kick or whatever it is. Ultra simple loops. So basically, they're forced, basically to do only
Mm.
like forward, back, up, down. That's it, or whatever, or attack. And also, it forced designers to focus on clarity and immediacy. So that means the designers had to keep it so simple, so simplistic, and it had to work before they actually shipped it out. But this design by limitation actually did birth the early mobile games, watch style games, like Game and Watch, modern minimalist indies, the ones that are actually so simplistic, the ones that you see right now. Hell, they're still making them. They're still making these type
Hmm.
of indie games. You can get it on the Switch or the freaking PlayStation or Xbox right now for like 99 cents. I've seen some games for like 99 cents or a buck or $1.99. You can download one of those simplistic games, and they're like simple controls: up, down, left, right. Press A, press B. That's it. Nothing more. Not even complex. It was just, you know, simple gameplay. Pick up and play. That's exactly what they kind of birthed. Tiger actually did it. They actually made it happen. Um, but then here we go. And this is something also which is actually what a few influencers out there have been mentioning. I might have mentioned it. The AVGN or the Angry Video Game Nerd. He's an
Mhm.
awesome guy. He's an awesome guy in real life. And I think if you haven't met him, I think he's great. Um, he does satire. But he's very serious about video games. He did mention that the video games were kind of primitive and they're so simplistic and they don't know what we were thinking when it came to gameplay and stuff like that. But think about it. We were kids at the time, right?
We didn't care.
We
That's what I
didn't
was saying. Want to
care.
look like the
It,
game at
it,
home? You were good.
it was basically simple fun, and it actually took our time away from the outside world just for a few minutes or hours. My time. That's what it was. And especially if you couldn't afford those bigger consoles for like hundreds of bucks, or your folks didn't get it, they'll give you something to play. And Tiger games were it. And believe it or not, the Tiger handhelds weren't good by modern standards. They were, but they were also but they were important. They were very important. They were like a gateway drug, to portable gaming or gaming in general for an entire generation of players. They proved that handheld play could be cheap, they could be accessible, and also can be everywhere. And also, which is great about it, they also helped design the DNA of the mobile era of video games. So, I mean, think about it. The revolution began at the simple $20 mark, whether it be in a Walmart or whatever. You go, gateway drug. The early players. Yes, Daryl gets it.
Yeah,
He gave
yeah,
us old school players. That's right. Great hand, eye perception. Thank you.
That's why we don't
Facts.
need modern controls in fighting games because of that. Daryl called it. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
We don't
You
need
know,
them modern controls. We can easily do
no,
the classic combos.
that's right. Because we were ambidextrous. We actually knew how to use our left and right. That's how it works. Think
Just like
about
when I'm in the
this.
boxing ring, left and
I,
right.
listen. I remember, and this is funny. This is not even a funny story. The Atari 2600. If anybody remembers that wonderful console, obviously I do. Guess what? This was your controller hand. This was your button hand. This is how we played. Okay?
It was,
Now,
dude, it was like flying a helicopter.
exactly.
I bet you how many Atari players are now flying helicopters now, man. That that jump was
Probably a
hard, man.
lot. Probably a lot. I guarantee you.
It's the same,
Earlier,
similar controls, I'd
yes,
say.
yes, exactly.
It's not that simple, but you
No,
know
it's
what I
not that
mean.
simple, but it's simple in
The
simplest
damn
terms.
pitfall gator.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes, absolutely. Damn Pitfall alligator. Yes. Oh, I love Pitfall. I still love Pitfall. Oh,
It's hard. It's hard now,
yeah.
dude.
Believe it or not, the thing they have the Microsoft retro arcade that you can download right now. If you have Game Pass, you can download it right now. It has Activision games up the wazoo, and also a lot of PC games that I used to play. They have they have the Adventures of Willie Beamish, bro. They have the Amiga version, the one that I played, the one that didn't have all the voiceovers. They have they have it. I was in shock. I was like, dude. Nostalgia overload. I love that game. Oh man. And believe it or not, the Sega CD version, they actually have that one too. And that one right there was like, wow. It's why I have reverse look up playing game. Oh, yes, yes, that's right. Okay, you know what? I have to ask you guys a question. You know what? No, no, we're gonna do this. We have to do this.
Let's
We have
do
to do this.
this.
We gotta do this. I'm gonna throw this out there. Listen, who does reverse up and down on games? Any flying games? Who does reverse up and down? I still do. I don't know why. I'm so used to doing it because when I play Afterburner I played in the
Yeah,
arcade.
yeah.
Down was up was down. Basically the same way of using an actual plane or a helicopter. This right there, the tail wing and everything actually goes this like this. It brings your plane up and brings your plane down. So you go
Heck,
down, it goes up.
they're simulators. They wanted
It,
it to be realistic. That's
there
why
you
they made you
go.
play like that.
Right, exactly.
I think Microsoft Flight Simulator plays like that.
That's right. No,
If you have the right peripherals for it.
exactly. The pilot controls, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
It's
kind of cool.
Oh yes, it's the only way to fly. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Was it 455 vet? Welcome to gaming Treble. First time being here. First time seeing you. Hey, welcome to our channel. If like I said, if first time being here, please hit that like, and also if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Be a part of our family, bro. We got a lot more in the chamber. Oh man, but yes, pilot controls, dude. I just can't get away from them. I just can't get away from them. You know, I do the same thing with Star Fox. I do the same thing with oh my gosh, everything. Hell, Space Harrier, Space Harrier, same thing. Space Harrier, same thing. Holy cow. Yes, that's right. Brett understands. He definitely understands. Space Harrier,
Mhm.
down was up was down, and then left and right was left and right. But dude, I couldn't play it any other way. I can't play it any other way. I really can't. And people are like, "Oh, but how do you do that? How could you?" Have you played Panzer Dragoon? Panzer Dragoon, I think basically you literally have to kind of use those controls because there are a
Top
lot
Gun.
of yes.
Top Gun
You,
on the NES played. It was reversed up and down too.
that's right. Top Gun, same thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
Top Gun.
that's right.
Anything they really were trying to go the simulation route with every flying game.
Yes, and you know what? In my opinion,
I dug it.
any other game that actually has a flying simulated style that actually gives you the opposite movements for an option are abomination. I'm sorry. No, no. Either it's down to up and up to down, or it's nothing.
I think Grand Theft Auto was reversed too.
Yeah, I think
Like
so.
for
Oh,
Grand Theft Auto, even Grand Theft Auto.
I think so. I think so too. That's right. That's right. Absolutely. And they shouldn't even give you the option. They shouldn't give you the option. They should force you to actually do down and up and
Why
up
do
and
you want
down.
to punish new players? Like,
I
I want more
no.
people to play
I
it.
am not punishing nobody. I am helping them usher them. I'm ushering them into the realization that gameplay should be as it is, not as you want it to be. Well, then okay, no,
I tell you what, players, give it a shot. You might like it.
look,
Try it out.
trust
It
me.
might immerse you deeper into the game, and you might like it more. So give it a shot.
Especially when you're using a flight stick. If you're using a flight stick, it's the way to play. It's the way to play. Um, and yeah, there's a lot of great controls. I think, believe it or not, there was a lot more choices for flight sticks back then than there is now. You can't find not one nowadays. I go anywhere. I went everywhere, and I was trying to find flight sticks, and believe it or not, you can find them on eBay, but they had this weird price tag on it. $200? I'm not spending $200 on a flight stick. Are you kidding me? No way. I'm not spending that. For that? No way. No way. I remember I used to spend like what? It was like $75 for a flight stick for the PC. And you played like Flight Simulator on the Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah,
You know?
I found one at Walmart for $56.
Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying. But the thing is though, they had more choices. They
Hmm.
had Micropose actually made one. Who else? Who else made one?
Turtle Beach.
Turtle
Turtle
Beach.
Beach.
Well, Turtle. Yeah.
Definitely,
Well, back then,
definitely
yeah,
had
yeah.
one. Logitech.
Logitech. Oh, Logitech. Oh my God, Logitech.
Yeah.
Logitech was big back then. Mad Cats. Mad Cats made a few. Um,
Yep. Yep.
dude.
455 vet knows.
Oh yes, absolutely. Flight controls and racing wheels. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
he gets it. He gets it. When
I've
it
been playing
comes to
for a while, man. He
when it-
knows.
yes, exactly. And believe it or not, ones that have force feedback, the ones that actually have like resistance controls, when it comes to racing games, oh yes, yes. They're
You get
little,
immersed in a racing game, you get lost, man.
yeah,
It's exhilarating. It's almost
they're
you want to drive the real thing.
spending the extra bucks on the
Mm-hmm.
extra features are worth it. They are worth it. They are. And it's and I tell people all the time. I said, listen, you know what? If you're gonna play anything and get the full immersion, you have to get the actual controls. Get the flight stick for for flight games. You Afterburner. Once you play Afterburner 2 in the arcade, I'm sorry. If everything else pales in comparison, it does. It just you go home and you're like, it's not the same experience, man. I gotta go back to the arcade. I gotta go back to the arcade to play Afterburner 2 the way it should be. Because that's the way you play it. Same thing with Outrun. Outrun? Oh, that's another one. Once you play it in the arcade, and yeah, granted, they had a port at home, it's not the same. It's not the same. It really isn't. So full immersion, get the experience, get the wheel, get the flight sticks. Definitely, absolutely. You know, I would say the same with fighting games, but then again, some people just don't have the dexterity for sometimes with the
Not
buttons and those
anymore.
like.
Definitely not for older guys like me.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Once that arthritis kicks in, man, and your hand starts cramping up, and you can't
Uh,
seem to get your fingers off the controller.
I've had
Yeah, dude.
boxer's fractures, man,
Oof.
recently. So yeah, I don't think I can move my wrist like that anymore.
Yes. Have become terribly expensive. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, these
You're right.
these back in the flight sticks. I'm
Oh.
looking up here. They're an odd range of prices. Yeah, between like $50 and $200.
hmm hmm he said, listen, Dreamcast with its racing wheel and Daytona USA, Sega Rally, and Test Drive Le Mans was at home arcade experience.
Yo, yes, he's right.
So my
Bro, that was when
God,
I was working in GameStop when those games were out.
dude,
He
have
knows
you
what's up.
listen? It was a rare game. It was hard to find, but you have to play
That no.
Ferrari F355 Challenge for the Dreamcast. Dude, I played that in the arcade. It was like a multi-screen. It was like three screens, like
Hmm.
full immersive.
Yeah.
That was a Ferrari simulator. Playing that game in the arcade the way it was, bro. Any other way pales in comparison. That was like true, fully fledged emulation, and they made a home version of that game, and it just was not the same. It just wasn't the same
I
without the
just wish I was good
wheel.
at them.
No,
So I could play
well,
longer.
yeah, of course, of course. But at the arcade, it was like a buck. It was like a buck to play. So yeah, you just put a full.
Yeah, sometimes $1.50, depending on
Yeah,
what year you're
yeah.
playing, man.
Oh my God, yes,
Later
yes.
on.
hmm Yeah, still amazing game. I loved it. Very good sim. Yeah, Daryl gets it. He knows what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Absolutely. Let's
That's
see.
Gastel, man. I think he's a car guy. That's cool.
Yeah. Let's talk about right now. We're going to talk about the modern age of portable gaming. So, Game Boy, Ferrari F355 was one of my all-time. Yes,
Yeah, yep.
hey,
All
he
right.
gets it. He gets it, man. He said I
Welcome,
wore my
welcome,
demo disc
welcome.
out until I got the full. Oh,
Yeah,
you remember the demo disc? You actually remember the? Oh my
you
God!
remember
It was
demo?
in the
Yeah, it was demo
magazine.
disc.
It was in Dreamcast. It was in the Dreamcast magazine. I
Wow,
remember. I remember. It was Dreamcast
fast
magazine. It was a
memories.
demo disc. They had Dreamcast magazine, and I think that was like for like a long time. Ryan McCaffrey. He actually was one of the editors of that magazine before he actually went to IGN and stuff like that. Before they went
Was he
online.
in Game Pro too, or am I mistaken?
Don't think he was in Game. No, he wasn't on
I
Game Pro.
recognize that name.
No, right? Was he in Game? Was he in Game Pro? Hold on a second. Let me look at it.
I'm not sure, but I
You
recognize
know,
his name.
you know.
Maybe
If I,
EGM.
if Ryan McCaffrey is actually watching right now, that they please chime in. But Let me
It was
see.
Ice-T.
Yeah,
Ice-T, chime
or
in,
I
please.
see. Absolutely. Let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I think Ryan McCaffrey was. Let me see. Look at his IMDb. I say it should be on there. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Ryan McCaffrey. Boom. Okay. He actually LinkedIn. LinkedIn. Okay. LinkedIn. Is Instagram. Uh. Okay. Um. He did. He did. He was an I. Of course, IGN was one of his thing. Dreamcast magazine was actually one of his first major things before he actually went to something else. I think it was Sega. The Sega magazine or something like that. Shoot, what else? IGN. Um, wow. What else did he do? Yeah, interesting. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. There, here's a nice little history here. Um, Future
Guy's been all
US.
over the place, huh?
Yeah, he's been all over the place. Yeah. No, he just doesn't show us. But I think it was he's part of Ziff. Ziff Publishing. That's right. Ziff Publishing was actually that's what Dreamcast magazine actually birthed it. So he was actually part of that. So yeah, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, but yeah, he actually but he was all about it. But that right there, the Dreamcast magazine. Oh my gosh, man. I love that magazine. I actually subscribed to it just for the demos alone. I actually found out about Jet Set Radio or Jet Grind Radio before it was released, just from that. And when I played that game, I said, "Oh my gosh!" I was amazed. Cell shaded graphics, first of its kind, on anything, on any console or whatever, and I experienced it. And that thank that magazine. That magazine got me hooked on a lot of games. Super Magnetic Neo was another demo that he actually showed on there. That game was like a little niche, but it was interesting because you actually used your magnetic what do you call it? Magnetic abilities to be able to repel enemies or
I bet we're gonna be friends, dude.
yes, yes. Oh yes, look at this. I love collecting old
Yeah,
Game
he's
Boy
friends.
magazines.
We're friends. We're friends
Oh,
now. Dude.
you know what? I'm sorry.
Bringing some good stuff up.
You are now an honorary. You are an honorary gaming treble member. Because you just tugged on my heartstrings right just now. You collected Game Pro magazine. Oh man, dude, you you're a man after my own heart. Oh my God. Yes, sir. Yes.
You're gonna hang
Thank you
out
very
like
much.
14-year-olds, just read these magazines all day, man.
Yes. Oh, dude, listen. I used
I
to
can do that today.
I used to have. I say used to because I used to collect the magazines like crazy. EGM magazines, I Nintendo Power magazines, Game Pro magazines, video game magazines. Okay, well, that's what it's called. What else did I have? Goodness gracious, Game Fan. I had that Die Hard Game Fan magazines.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Oh, I love. Listen, anybody who's anybody knows about Die Hard Game Fan knows about the awesome spreads they do on any freaking video game. And what really gets me excited is at the end of the magazine where it goes to quarter crunchers. Quarter crunchers is talking about everything arcade.
PSN.
It talks about the new arcade machines and new arcade games that are coming out, and I get excited. That's when I learned about Terminator 2. That's when I learned about freaking X Men arcade, the 6-button arcade machines they were talking about. I knew
I
about
got one
that.
for you.
What was that?
I got one for you.
What?
Remember Sega Visions? That was the one that went nuts
Sega
for
Visions. Yes, that's around the same time as
once a
Nintendo
month.
Power.
Yeah, once a month
Oh,
made those weeks go by very slowly.
woo! I love Sega Visions, man. Sega Visions actually got me the first looks at Double Dragon. The first looks at Double Dragon, and it showed me Double Dragon, uh, Thunder Blade, freaking I mean I can go on and on. Yeah, the Thunderblade, Double Dragon, the first looks of Golden Axe, for Master System. Uh, what else? I think it was the first look of Shinobi. It shows Shinobi, the cartridge version. Outrun, and there's one RPG that I forgot what it's called. It's called Mystic something. Mystic Defenders? No, not Mystic Defenders. It was Mystic something. Um,
What? Wait.
it was RPG. It was an RPG that came out for the Magic. It was called something Crystal. Something Crystal. It was called Mystic Crystal. Mystic
I
something.
know there was a Mystic Defender, but it was more like an action game, like a side-scrolling platformer.
Was it? Was that? Yeah, it was. I
That
think. No. It was an RPG
yeah,
though.
if
It's,
it wasn't an RPG, the one I'm thinking, if it's
yeah.
Mystic Defender.
Dragon Crystal. That's what it was called. Dragon Crystal.
Thank you. Okay.
Dragon Crystal, yes, where you actually get an egg, right? And you actually going around and you're destroying monsters, and you get the experience. Oh yes, I went to
Yeah,
T&J and for the magazines I didn't have. Yeah, you're right. I remember I let me borrow those freaking magazines. Never got them back, but that's all right though. It's all good. I was good with that. Um, the Dragon Crystal was the one where you actually had an egg, and the egg would grow with you. And when you grow when the egg grows and then it became a dragon and the dragon follows you, it's one of the first games that actually introduced incubating creatures with you. But this is before Pokemon. This is before
it
Pokemon
was
craze.
like Tamagotchi.
Yeah, kind of like Tamagotchi in a sense. Yeah, absolutely. Holy cow! Oh yeah, I love that though. Dude, remember Tamagotchi? Oh my. Okay, man. You know what? With the doing LCDs, this is relevant. My
Yo,
sister.
they count. They
Yeah,
count.
they do. They do count.
Tiger should have made Tamagotchi.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, they probably would have made bank too. Tamagotchis, those tiny little things. It's like a little egg, like this, very very small. It was like for pennies.
It's like the
Probably
Dreamcast
mom.
VMU.
Yeah, mom got it for my sister and everything. Whatever, it's a little thing. Tiny little egg shows up right there. All you gotta do every single day is basically supposed to care for it. So during the day, you kind of go over there, you take a look at it, you feed it, you do a bunch of things like that. You get points for it, and then it grows, and then it becomes a creature. And then when the creature actually and the creature can get bigger or whatever it is. Now here's a caveat, and I think it's genius in its design. Depending on how often you actually feed it and do all that stuff, take care of it, you can either overfeed it and kill it, underfeed it and kill it, or ignore it and kill it. Because believe it or not, a lot of these times you have to care for it like it was your own baby. Literally, you have to pick it out of your pocket and everything and take care of it like you would. You have to be mindful of it because if you don't, because my sister she forgot all about it and she said, "Oh shoot, I forgot about that," and she went over there, it was dead. I was like, ah, and you saw it. It looked like this. It was like on his back like this, and I was like, ah, you killed it. You killed it. And she was like sad for like a couple of days. It's like, dude, all you gotta do is reset it. They get another egg, you know. And that's just And then when you get a new egg, the egg changes color. So it depends. And each creature is different too. So I think each one has like what 2 or 3 different creatures you can probably get. Once you hatch the egg, and then once you hatch the egg, and then you got the thing, and that's your Tamagotchi. So that was before Pokemon. That was way before Pokemon. Before Pokemon became. I have a feeling. I have a feeling those guys over there, at Game, they actually created the idea of Pokemon through Tamagotchi. I guarantee it. I guarantee
It
you.
it definitely inspired it.
Yes, it had to, and that's probably
Let
the
me see.
reason.
When did I want to find out which came first? Tamagotchi.
No, Tamagotchi came first. Pokemon did not exist. I know that for a fact. I know it because I didn't even know what Pokemon was, and before it became a Game Boy craze. What was it? Let me see. Tamagotchi.
Hmm. It looks like they both came out the same year.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
Pokemon and Tamagotchi. Yeah,
Really? Well, I think
February
Tamagotchi.
27th, 1996 for Pokemon.
Right?
Ooh, who came out first? Who came out first? Come on. Pokemon got it beat. Tamagotchi didn't come out till November 23rd, 96 by Bandai.
Oh, really? So
So they came
Ben,
out roughly around the same time, man, because it doesn't take, they were probably developing that as long as they were taking to develop the Tamagotchi, too.
yeah. You know what? You know what? I have a feeling they were kind of feeding off of each other because they
Mm-hmm.
had. So
It
it's
could just
out.
be parallel thinking, dude.
Yeah, I
You know,
bet
like,
you. I bet you. Because the thing is about the Tamagotchis. It's such a simplistic idea. Hey, Arizano! Hey, what's going on? How are you,
oh,
Arizona?
nice.
Arizona, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Oh
Hello.
man, welcome to the channel. And if you feel free and everything, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and everything if you like our content. Definitely, and we got a lot more in the chamber. Trust me, it's gonna be fun. We've got fun topics like this one, and we got a lot more coming. My gosh. Woo! Let's see. Yeah. So Tamagotchi. Wow. You're right. But see, here's the thing. The Game Boy, right? Tamagotchi. Sorry, Pokemon was not popular yet. It wasn't even popular. It wasn't even a thing yet. I have a feeling that Tamagotchi gained its popularity quickly and more easily because it was number one, it was cheaper. It was like a gateway drug. It was
Mm-hmm.
cheap to get, easy to make. The girls, of course,
Let's face it,
yeah, of course.
more people had Tamagotchis and Game Boys. So there's
There
that.
you go, there you go. That's exactly what happened. And and of course, it was like it fit on a keychain. The
Mm-hmm.
Tamagotchi fit on the keychain. It had a little keychain thing, and then you put it on your keys and stuff like.
Yo, did you see that?
Hmm?
Vet brought up another great fact. Tiger
Ty,
brought out the Gigapets, which was like
that,
the I guess the
that's right.
continuation.
You
You
remember?
brought us back to
Yes,
Tiger. Thank you. Thank you.
yes. The Gigapets. Holy cow, dude. Oh yeah. Let's talk
Tiger
about
too.
that.
Wow.
Let's talk about the Gigapets. Oh man. Gigapets. Woohoo! Wow. Okay, let's talk about that because that was a thing. Gigapets was huge around Pokemon time. So 1997, round when Tamagotchi was huge. Tamagotchi fever. Everybody had a Tamagotchi. Well, almost everybody, but a lot of kids had the Tamagotchis. It was cheap, easy to get. You go to the grocery store, it's like right there in your face, right next to the chocolate bars. It was like right there, and people would the parents would buy them and bring it to their kids. And buy it for their kids. It was cheap. It was like what, $10? Not even $10 for that thing. And they buy it. It's easy to and it had its own internal battery. All you had to do is just pull a little plastic thing and everything and it turns on. Boom, done. It was invented by Recco LLC. Also known as the V-Pets.
What pets?
V-Pets, virtual pets, V-Pets. And then Tiger Electronics actually launched them as Gigapets in 1997. So Redco actually had the the um, the concept basically, and it wasn't popular. Tiger Electronics bought the license and relaunched them as Gigapets in 1997. The price, and I was right, the price point was $10 versus Tamagotchis were $15. So they undercut them by $5. So it's cheaper. So they had a digital doggy, CompuKitty, and microchip. Oh, I actually had my. Oh, who had the microchip? I think somebody had microchip. And I was laughing because it looked like a little monkey with a little curly tail. So you feed him bananas. No, seriously, it's hilarious. You feed him bananas and all that stuff. And,
We gotta we're
tickle
gonna
him
send
all.
that little feller to save Johnny from earlier.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude. Johnny, I'm gonna get Microchip to help you out. Microchip and everything. He's old school, so basically, he's really, he's into the knowledge. So he got you, man. What else we got? And also they had new waves of the stuff. They had a baby T Rex, which is from Lost World, from Jurassic Park. Then you had a virtual alien. You had a big critter, Salem the cat from Sabrina, the Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and then you also they had the KFC promo pets from the Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's right. You can get yourself some fried chicken and everything in Gigapet. There you go. Boom. So, perfect tie-in. Perfect tie-in. Absolutely. While you're eating those wings and everything with your greasy fingers and everything, you can sit right there and build your pet and everything to its rightful age. Let's see. Palm size LCD device. Also, the pets are born when you pull the tab. Like I told you, a little plastic piece, the tab, you just pull it and it turns on. Boom. Some hatch and some are delivered by stork, which is kind of funky. I like that. You feed it, clean it, play with it, discipline it, exercise your pet. You actually exercise your pet. I forgot about that. You actually have a little thing in the thing. You have to do those little mini games.
Without tigers, gigapets, there wouldn't be Animal Crossing either.
Oh my God, that's right.
Without these Tamagotchis and stuff. I've never played Animal Crossing. I've heard how addicting it is. That's why I'm scared of it and I don't want to touch it. I hear good things about it, but it sounds scary.
Okay, listen. Okay,
it sounds addicting.
My wife played Animal Crossing. She actually loved it. I don't know if she really got into it because I guess she just kind of fell off of it. But I guarantee you, if she was actually invested, she was invested in like farming. What's the farming game? What was the game? It was on in Facebook. Carrie, you know?
Oh, Farmville.
Farmville. Yes.
I played it too.
Oh my God, people loved Farmville. Actually, I tried to get into Farmville. Farmville was actually a thing. Where you actually sit right there, you farm, you actually get your corn, you go to, you actually, you get milk, and you actually
get stuck on Facebook
for
hours
money.
because of that stupid game. They should have never dropped them, man. It was better.
You know what?
I missed it.
Facebook actually gained more popularity with those type of games than anything else.
Yeah.
But of course, they're like, nope,
That's why Nana's on Facebook now.
Yep.
Because of Farmville.
Wow.
They're leftover Farmville players. That's
dude. Let's see. Looks like Trill's YouTube account has been disabled. Yes, it has. Absolutely, indeed. Hey, Esteban, how you doing, my friend? Woo! How you been, my friend? Welcome to the channel. Great to go. Great to see you guys. Come on back in the thing. Of course, hit that like and subscribe button. You know the deal. You know how to do it. Of course. Animal Crossing mixed the magic of Harvest Moon on Super NES and crossed it with, what's it called? Virtuals? Oh, Virtual Pets. Okay, yes. Okay, I get you. Yes, you're right. No, seriously. Animal Crossing.
Harvest Moon. I want to play that.
Oh, Harvest Moon.
We'll save that for another. I want to try.
Yeah, we're gonna do a segment on Harvest Moon in one of our later episodes. We're gonna talk about games like niche games that are actually dealing with farming and and stuff like that.
Any sim type games, man.
Yeah, well,
I like city building.
It's not like Sim City or anything like that. Oh, I love Sim City, by the way. And they actually have a new game that came out. My son was actually playing it. It's called City something or other. Yeah, it was like a Sim City game.
Dorian push-ups.
What do you say? Those games. Oh, yeah. Yes. You corrected yourself. Like listen. Come on. You got to give. He corrected himself. Come on. Let him slide.
He'll do them anyway. He's Dorian, dude. He likes trading.
Oh, Dorian, 100 figure. Okay, you know what? On the other hand, dang it, I already had on 30 surplus. Hey, it's all good, man. Hey, keeps you healthy. Keeps you sane. Keeps you sane.
That's why he's buff, dude.
Indeed. Let's see. A beep and icon alert you when it needs attention. Well, I remember. I listen. I remember that beep 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 beep. It's like beep 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 beep. like that. I'm like, ooh, I got to check it on it. And neglection leads to death. Angel wings appear. I remember. Ah, God.
Bro,
Ah,
when
I.
Tamagotchi came out, I was working at Toys R Us
Mhm.
back on that, and my buddy just starts flipping out in the aisle next to me. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He shows me in his pocket, and he goes, my bird died. I was like,
Oh yeah.
these are true, almost grown men
Well, listen. You know what?
talking
Some,
about Tamagotchi in the
so,
Toys
so
R Us style
yeah. Hey,
in
listen.
my stupid blue penny.
Sometimes, sometimes you need a little something to kind of be like your
Yeah,
escape.
no, my buddy was distraught, dude.
I know that's true. That's
He
true.
was distraught.
Okay. That. Okay. I've heard stories where people were
Or
literally
people having
crying.
funerals for him.
Yeah, no, well, that
Yeah,
too.
have you heard of those? Those are
Those.
crazy.
Oh God, yeah, it's ridiculous and everything. But I'm like, okay, you know what? I guess somebody has to, you have to something to have to latch onto. You have to latch onto it sometimes. I guess you have something to have to
You
latch
know,
onto.
I'm not gonna yuck their yum. That's
Nah,
the
not
difference.
at all, not at all. You know what? Some
Someone's
people,
yum may
you
be
have to
my yum.
find ways to
I don't
cope.
care.
You have to find ways
Yeah,
to cope sometimes. Sometimes you have to find a way to cope.
it
And you
ain't
know what?
affecting you directly. Leave them
Yeah,
alone. But
yeah, yeah.
still,
I know. But you
it's a
know,
little weird.
very, very weird actually. But still to this day, I know of people who actually get so frustrated when they actually lose hundreds of hours worth of gameplay.
Yeah.
Because their memory card get corrupted or something happens, where you're in the middle of a game and it crashes in the middle of it and you didn't get a chance to save and they set you back about 3-4 hours worth of searching and looking, and then you finally find it, and then your thing goes like this, and you're like, no, no. Yes, I've been there. I have
Bro, I
been.
almost became the Warcraft kid when that happened to
Oh,
me. You know what
you
I'm
mean?
talking
Oh,
about.
yes, the one who. Oh my, oh, dude, you want to talk about crash out? That was a crash out.
It
Oh
was
my.
fake though, man. But like,
It,
still, it was
it was
hilarious.
hilarious though. It was.
I was
It
like,
was.
what's this kid doing?
Yeah, man. I
He
don't
got
know.
dressed like a sim. He got undressed like a sim. He
Yeah.
ran up, and his clothes came out. He was like,
Oh my gosh. Woo. Anyway, but let's get back into the nitty gritty because because we're actually getting to the close of our episode. But the realization is, and that's the reason why Nintendo with their hybrids are the Switch genius.
"Mhm."
Switch the Switch Nintendo Switch was genius move. I tell you the reason why. Okay, and I have a feeling they actually probably had that in the back of their head. And I think I have to also thank Reggie Fils-Aimé because he was a genius. He knew how to market. He knew how to market and gauge customers. The the Wii U, if you remember that, a more powerful Wii console with a somewhat portable screen-like device that you actually can be able to play with. Here's the problem: you can't take it anywhere with you. It's attached to your console. Oh, didn't the VMU for Dreamcast copy the concept of the Tamagotchi? Yeah, actually, matter of fact, it
Yeah,
did.
it was. There's
Actually,
Sonic Adventure had the chaos, virtual
yeah,
chaos
that's
thing.
right. Sonic Adventure had that. Um,
It was totally a
po- po-
Tamagotchi.
Power Stone had like a flight game when you actually played as
Zombie Revenge had
Zombie Revenge.
Tamarachi.
Tamagotchi,
That's what
yes.
they called it.
Oh my gosh,
Your
yes,
little
you
virtual
remember?
pet
You
zombie.
remember it? Oh my god, yeah.
Ridiculous.
But you know what? It was brilliant. It was brilliant. You could be able to go over there, take the little VMU, just like this. See this little VMU right there, and
Wow, you still have one.
and
Nice.
you play these wonderful things right there, and just turn it on. I think I still have battery life on this bad boy. Let me see. Um,
You still got the Dreamcast?
Yeah, heck yeah. Oh yeah, I
I,
still got my
I'm I'm
Dreamcast.
I'm coming over right now, man.
Yeah,
I'm
see,
gonna I'm
good.
gonna cra- I'm gonna show up on your front lawn like Crash Bandicoot.
Oh,
You remember those commercials, right?
oh
I'm gonna be
yes,
coming
of
right up.
course, Crash
Yep.
Bandicoot. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a Crash
hey,
Bandicoot at your
Papa
house.
boy, hey, Papa boy, your nightmare has arrived. Yes,
Yeah, that. Yeah, picture me as Crash Bandicoot. That's gonna be
yes.
me
Oh,
showing up.
absolutely, absolutely. but yes, dude, I used to play those games, and you actually get bonuses, when you play them on the go, and when you actually pull up your game, and also it helps a hell of a lot if you like sports games. It doesn't. None of your players show up on the screen. It shows up only on your VMU, so you could be able to sit right there and do secret plays and stuff like that. PlayStation Pocket Station was the same way. I wish they got them in. Oh yeah, you know what? I don't know why they didn't decide to bring them to the states, because I remember
Yeah, right.
seeing it in the magazine. Right? Yeah, yeah. And then I said to myself, "Damn, this would be so cool," because it was the same thing as a VMU for the Dreamcast. But I guess maybe they felt it was too niche, and they didn't see the
Mhm.
profit, long term profit from it, was probably the reason why they never brought it to the states. You know, I think in Japan it was more popular because the people were always on the go and stuff like that. And they never really stay home that often, and when they do, usually it's to eat and sleep and everything, and watch a couple of things and then go to sleep. You know, they don't stay up all night like Americans do. That's just the thing. You know, but yeah. I guess it could have been a hit. Could have been a hit if they actually did more with it.
Mhm.
But right now, if you actually look on eBay or something like that, the prices of those pocket stations are crazy because they're rare. You can't find them anymore. You can't buy them new anyway anymore. Um, but me personally, I would love to get my hands on one because I would love to do a nice little mini review on the old school, places the portable thing. I would love it. Um, but uh, but yeah. So but anyway, getting back to what I was trying to say before, because I keep on digressing. The the Switch was the phenomenon that no one even knew about. Do you know that the first Switch, actually surpassed all sales of the Game Boy? I think it was a Game Boy. It was a DS. I think it was. I forgot what milestone. They actually beat one
I don't
milestone.
know, but
I,
I
I
was I was not in on the Switch at first, and now I won't. So there we go.
Yeah, it's like 150 million consoles sold to date or something like that. It hit some weird freaking milestone or something like that. It was crazy, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Even though PlayStation 2 pretty much got it beat by in spades, um, but that's impressive for a small amount of time though. Switch, Switch is the thing, and also the fact that it was a cheaper console in a sense, and it was. Switch caught all of us off guard. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 10K away from beating the DS in the last sales report. Yes, yes. Okay, yeah, I was right. Yes. So it's just so close to beating it, but dude, the Switch, this bad boy right here. Come on, anybody who actually
Right?
has a Switch is like it's this right here is like so fun, so easy to do. So just look at this, just sit right there, just pull the bad boy out, boom.
They're 5 million away from outside the PS2. So
Five,
yeah,
dude,
Switch is
they
big.
could easily, they
That
could,
stands for 455 vet.
they could
Thank you.
eat, yeah. But here's the thing, they could do that so easily now. I mean, the Switch Two, nah, no. Look, people are still playing the first Switch, and they say it's good enough. They said that the Switch 2 is just not good enough to really, upgrade. It is more powerful than the Switch 1. It is, but when it boils down to it, it's just not enough. So hopefully they'll fix that. I think it's price. I think it's a price point that actually killed them. What do you think?
What?
No, just saying. When it comes to the Switch,
The
the first,
Switch? I want one.
Yeah,
I
Switch just
haven't had the pleasure of getting one.
the Switch Two. I think the Switch Two.
Yeah,
The Switch
Johnny
Two.
sold me on it.
Yeah, yeah, me too, dude. The games work just fine on this thing, and they're still fun, you know. And believe it or not, there's too many remasters of games that are already on the first Switch. You know,
Yeah,
yeah, you know, what I
I've
mean,
heard of I've
so
heard of
yeah,
that.
the Breath of the Wild, and you know, you can still play the freaking what do you call it, Kirby's game, you know, all that stuff.
Hmm.
You know, the games are already on this thing. All you're getting is a small graphical upgrade. That's it. Nothing too what do you call it? A wow about it. And
So you're saying I should wait until a few more games come out that are
I
like
would
this
I would
generation?
wait
Because
until
that's what I'm thinking about
yeah,
anyway.
I would wait for something that really just kind of puts it out there and say, damn, you need to get a Nintendo Switch 2 for it. Because I think they're slowing down the progress or process of Switch 1 games. And
Hmm.
I guess when it gets to a point in their thing where they make no more, then I'll probably kind of jump on board and say, you know what, let me get myself a Switch 2, you know. And also, it's somewhat backwards compatible too. So basically, your Switch One games can play on the Switch Two, not vice versa, kind of thing. So whatever. But yeah, who has a Switch? I mean, who's in the chat actually has a Switch? Just put a
Everybody
one
got a
in.
Switch with me.
Yeah, just put a one in the chat and the thing if you guys got a Switch or anything like that. And yeah, because I feel like it's why why portable games right now are starting to become extremely a thing. They're looking at the numbers. The Switch is consistently getting those sales, and I guess all the companies. I mean, even Microsoft.
Yeah,
Even
with their
Microsoft was like, "Oh, we gotta get on this," which is probably the reason why they're actually doing what they're doing right now, because they want their PC games, they want their console, you know, they want to be able to get that market. They want the portable market. The portable market right now is multi-billion, billions with a B, multi-billion customers are on the switch on smartphones playing
mhm.
every single freaking day. You are able to play pretty high graphical fidelity games on a portable smartphone. I've seen some pretty cool games, and they're you know they have some pretty high quality graphics in them too, especially with
I'm
the
playing
snap.
some almost perfect ports on my cell phone. It's nuts.
Yeah, I mean it's not even. But you know what? I mean, some of them are streaming, but some of them you can actually play directly
Yeah,
off of the Snapdragon technology.
Netflix has a game division where you can like play games just like you would watch a movie on your
Yep,
phone,
yep.
and there's direct ports it seems in some of them.
Which is strange.
It's
Which is
kind of
really
trippy.
yeah, it's trippy, but it's really strange because we actually double back when it comes to games. Why they're not going to buy the WB Games division? I don't understand
Yeah.
it. I mean,
They don't
what
even.
they didn't want to shave? They didn't want to really shave off a couple of million and everything. Say, you know what? We don't really need them, kind of thing. Come on,
Mhm.
man. You have a game division. Why not use them? They
I,
can do
do they even push it?
That's a
Because I
weird.
haven't seen any advertisement for their game division. I just
No,
stumbled upon it
no.
myself on the app.
That's what I'm saying. It could have given them a good big push. It could have given them a
Yeah, they
huge
haven't.
push.
They're there, and there's some decent titles on there, and they're not pushing it. I haven't seen any advertisements for it or nothing.
I really find it very strange that they actually would not consider, you know, at least
Yeah,
giving it a
what are they doing?
chance and build it. Now they're actually just leaving it to waste, and to the point, you know, eventually they're going to get to a point in that thing where they're just going to either go bankrupt or dissolve or get forced to get split, you know, and liquidate. And which I'm hoping not, because a lot of potential IPs and I think could just go bye bye, And we talked about this in earlier episodes. One of our earlier episodes, we were talking about that. We are talking about how if the company gets involved, especially like in WB games, games like Smash TV will never show up again. Games like Paperboy will never show up again. Games like freaking Narc will never show up again. Games like freaking anything. I mean, you name it. Gauntlet, all those games, Rampage, all those games will just disappear. Nobody will grab them. It will get dissolved. And yeah, Dorian is true. That thing. You're talking about Netflix is a bad, has a bad marketing department. I'm actually reading some of Beck's earlier posts and the thing. I'm sorry about that because I mean I know we're getting all into it, stuff like that. He said Switch 2 is solid. It just needs the software. Correct. It does. I love mine. I just want more games. So you have a Switch 2. Oh, okay. All right. So what drew you to the Switch 2? I have to answer that question before we go because I want to know. You gotta convince me. You gotta talk to me. Talk to me because if it's something that I'm looking forward to getting in the future, I need to know if it's something that I really want to invest in because I don't want to just get
Mm-hmm.
it because it's similar to this one. So what? If it's similar to that one,
That's
great.
serious, man. He's
It's,
serious.
yeah, that's true. So I don't know. I mean, I bought bought a Retroid. Oh, Retroid Pocket. Oh, dude, tell me
Yeah.
about that. Oh my God, I saw advertisements for the Retroid Pocket. It has like hundreds of freaking games. I'm able to run all the AAA games off. Dude, dude. Oh my God, dude. Tell me about. Okay, I need you to kind of give me some details of that thing because I mean I've been seeing advertisements, small advertisements for the Retroid, and I was already sold when it showed like all the games, all the consoles you could actually play on. They had PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, they had freaking GameCube, Nintendo, Atari, arcade games, you name it. Hundreds of thousands of games, hundreds of thousands of playtime on the go, dude. Dude, I actually have this right here, and actually I'm liking it too. The this right here, the Evercade. I mean, I love it. I actually do. I actually do love this thing because I'm playing the original Tomb Raider trilogy on this.
You're
I,
teasing me, man. I want one of those.
oh, these right here, no, it's actually
I
the
want
price.
that. I want a Steam Deck. I want the Switch too.
I looked at the price because I got this as a gift. The price is not that bad. It's like a couple
Yeah,
hundred, like $100 plus,
what I
and
heard.
it was actually on sale for a small. I think it's still on sale. I think until the end of the month. And actually, you have these collections that you can collect. You get this right here. It's actually
So I could play
multiple
outside,
games. Yeah,
hanging on the deck or something. I
they
don't have to
have
be
they
a.
have
I would
SNK
love one
games.
of those.
Yeah, SNK games, IRM games. Um, they have Activision games. Rare has a collection there. You can play Battletoads on the go and all that stuff. Dude, seriously?
That's all I
Uh,
need.
yeah, it's pretty awesome. I actually love it. What did it say? Bet said I just wanted to be an early adopter on Switch 2. Okay, you know what? Oh, what noted? Noted. Okay. Switch 2 would be awesome when we get bigger, better games.
Hmm.
Bigger. I see what you did there.
I agree.
Bigger, better. Bigger, better. And that thing was a nice little ad they actually had for the Neo Geo. Bigger, better. I remember that. Yes, absolutely. That ad was still kick ass. It still is kick ass. You know. But anyways, so that's our show. We talked about a lot, a lot. I mean, yeah, granted, we did talk about Tiger games and everything, and believe it or not, Tiger games. Oh, yeah, handheld junkie. Oh, you know what? You're in my club because I
Because you
actually
can
do.
play it anywhere. That's the
Yeah,
beauty of it. That's why these
dude.
things are getting huge.
Man, listen. If you actually able to play on the toilet and everything, when you actually, listen.
It's the
Anytime you can
same
do that,
quality as
say
if you were sitting in front of your TV. Now you can do
exactly.
that anywhere. I can see
Yes.
why handhelds are exploding.
Yes. Absolutely. Oh yeah, Dorian. Yeah, you know what? Come on, man.
Nah.
Two hours, dude. I would love to do 3 hours. Hell, I would like to do 6 hours. I'll even do it all night, all day. For like literally 12 hours.
Remember to take the day off. So.
Exactly. 12 hours of pure unadulterated gaming treble. You might do that. We might do a marathon. We might do a marathon one. one of these days. And I think once we get the people, once we get enough
Yeah, we'll do that.
players, once we get enough players, if we get like, I bet you what, tell you what, if we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out the ether. If we get 100,000 subscribers, I'll do it. We will run a marathon. We will run a freaking marathon. I don't know. We'll choose a game or choose
I'll wash
something.
your car. I'll wash your car.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, I'll wash it with you. We both wear speedos. We'll both wear our speedos and everything, and we will wash. We will wash the car.
Make
Absolutely.
sure the water's not cold, man.
No, dude, no. It's got to be at least lukewarm or hot. Nice and sudsy, stuff like that. But other than that, but anyway, it's been awesome to hang out with you folks. And of course, if you remember, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Please go on there. We're actually aiming for 500 subscribers right now. We're at 100 and almost 180. Are we not? I think it was 175 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 175 subscribers. And like I said, we're aiming for that wonderful 500. If we can get 1,000 by the end of the year, we're going to do something really awesome, really something special. They don't know exactly what it is yet, but trust me, it's going to be something worthwhile. It's going to be worth your time and worth ours as well. We want you to be a part of us. We are going to be the #1 video game centric podcast in the world. We're actually putting it out into the ether. We're going to have some amazing things. Patreon, we already talked about it in our last episode. We're actually making it bigger and better. If you have any artwork, if you have anything fun that you actually want to share with us, we will reward you with a gaming Treble t-shirt. It's got to say player things on it. It's pretty awesome. I'm actually working on it. I think if you want to see the design, I can show it to you you can see it on our earlier episode. Watch one of our earlier episodes, and I think you guys will see the design yourself. We got a lot in the chamber for you guys. So, but before we do that, Tony, you got any last words for these wonderful players out there?
Oh, I dug it, man. I got a name for our followers, our friends over here, because I don't want to call them followers. They're standing right next to us, man. This is great. Welcome to the players table. These guys are part of the players table.
Oh, perfect.
It's official.
I love it. Players table.
Make yourself at home, grab a drink.
Yes, indeed.
On that note, it was a lot of fun, man. This is why I can't wait till we're able to take calls, because I'd love to hear everyone's input like this. This interaction is the best. Please keep coming back. Please come hanging out. Please keep talking to us. We love it. Thank you, gents.
That's right. We keep
level up and play on.
That's right. We are the players, and we want to grow with you. You are part of Generation Play. Welcome. I thank you guys for actually joining with us, and we have a lot more in the chamber.
Dig it, bet. 455 bet.
Indeed. So you can join us later this week on Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the YouTube channel. We are planning on expanding to go to more channels. Of course, we're going to try to go multi-platform, but we need the eyes and we need the players. So, of course, it's up to you. Spread the word. Spread our channel. Go ahead and share out this video. And, of course, play on, players. Absolutely.
I see you.
Yes. Okay, yeah, baby.
I see all of you.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Keep on playing. Keep on leveling up, and we'll see you on the next episode of Gaming Treble. Have a good night, everybody.